This segment is sponsored by Discount Drug Mart.
Here's a question for you. Are you caught up on your immunizations? Do you need a flu shot? And what other vaccines are needed? Discount Drug Mart says they're your immunization station. And here to help is Jason Briscoe, their Director of Pharmacy Operations. Hi, Jason. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Glad to be with you.
First, let's talk COVID vaccines. Are the first and second doses still available? And what's the procedure for getting these vaccines at Drug Mart?
Yep, absolutely. We are actively immunizing folks with the COVID vaccine all day, every day, in every one of our locations. A couple of different paths our patients can take, and one is going to our website, covid.discount-drugmart.com. You'll be able to right then and there, pick the store that you would like on the day that you would like and the time that you would like. But if you'd rather not make an appointment, that's okay. We're currently accepting walk-ins as well.
That's good to know. And it was just announced that there are 2 types of COVID boosters that will be available. Can you elaborate on this and how are they different?
Yeah, so currently in motion as we speak today and as this airs, the additional dose for folks that are immunocompromised is currently approved, and we have been administering those additional doses 28 days beyond those that are immunocompromised second dose. The other group that you mentioned is something that White House signaled a couple of weeks ago, that boosters could be available for the general population starting September 20th. And again, there's been no formal approval or guidance provided yet, but all signals point to September 20th as the start date. And at that time, the White House also indicated that it would be 8 months from someone's second dose for them to get a true booster. Again, more details to follow. We're just like every other provider is paying close attention to when that start date will be and what the guidelines would be related to the rhythm of that booster dose.
Okay, absolutely. I know there's been a lot of talk about COVID vaccines, but let's talk about flu vaccines. Since flu season is upon us right now, is the flu vaccine able to be administered in conjunction with the COVID vaccine?
Yeah, really good question. It's certainly not a requirement for somebody to get their flu shot while they're getting their COVID shot. But the good news is there can be co-administration. So this time of the year, and whether that's a convenience factor for our patients, or if we do start to see a lot of folks wanting their COVID booster shot, again, that will create some convenience for our patients, but also some operational efficiencies for providers to be able to do both vaccines on the same day so that we can cover more ground collectively, not only with the flu shot, but other immunizations as well. However, that's certainly not a requirement. We can do one or the other when necessary.
You mentioned other immunizations. What other vaccines does Discount Drug Mart offer? And you mentioned they can be administered at the same time, but are there any concerns about doing that?
So yes, a couple of things. As an immunization destination, we work really hard to close gaps with all immunizations for our patients. Some of the more common ones that we administer are for shingles, for pneumococcal disease, and for the whooping cough. And specific to the COVID vaccination, the FDA and the CDC has provided the guidance that these vaccines, as well as the flu, can be co-administered in a safe and effective way with the COVID vaccine.
And what has Drug Mart done to help during this pandemic, and what are the plans as we move forward?
Yeah, just always being there as a willing and able, high-performing provider. We've been there throughout this entire process, and kudos to our pharmacists and technicians at store level who make all of this magic happen. But we have every intention on being there in the long run.
Well, Jason Briscoe, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us all this great information.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
To learn more and to schedule a vaccine, visit discount-drugmart.com.